So, a while back, I had an idea to try and speedrun a game of Golden Trophy inside of a public lobby. Now, I've been speedrunning Golden Trophy on and off for a few years, but I primarily focus on the walk mode category. I'm by no means the best, but I wanted to see how long it would take me to get a sub 8-minute run while in a public lobby. But obviously I want this to be a challenge and I want to make my life as miserable as possible. At the time of recording this, my best solo walk time is a 6:05. So in order to complete this challenge in less than 8 minutes, I could just wait until I get an empty lobby and then start the run and beat my goal easily. So in order to avoid loopholes like this, I made some rules. The first and most obvious is that the run needs to take place in a public lobby with random people. Second is that I cannot communicate to any of my teammates that I'm trying to do a speed run. Either verbally or with my body language, I can't encourage them to go faster, I can't tell people to stand at the pad at the end of the level, I can't throw people shields at the end to indicate I want them to distract the boss, I can't do anything that might cause them to deviate from their normal way of playing. This means that this challenge is incredibly luck-based because it's just dependent of what kind of teammates I get, whether they're new players, experienced runners, or even a 6-year-old. But that's what makes this challenge a challenge, because I have no control over the factors that lead to a successful completion. The third rule is that there must be 4 players at the start of the game. However, I will still accept it if one player leaves during the game. I've played enough public matches to know that it's very rare to get 4 players to the end. It seems that almost one person always leaves. So the requirement is that there just needs to be 3 players at the end. The fourth rule is that I must try and complete every match I'm in. I can't just leave if I have a teammate who went AFK or if there's someone who's just double checking that they broke every single pot in every single level. I made this rule purely because I knew it would cause me misery. Don't ask me why I made it, but I did it knowing full well what it entailed. And lastly, as I said before, the goal is to complete a run in less than 8 minutes. So now that the rules are laid out, this is my journey of trying to speedrun Golden Trophy in a public lobby. Game 1, I realized some of the major issues that would persist throughout this challenge. The primary one is that the biggest time loss was coming from having to wait for people to stand on the pad in order to continue to the next level. There was the occasional AFK player or someone had just logged off the game and it hadn't booted them from the lobby yet, but there are mainly 2 reasons why people were taking so long. The first is simply that people aren't in a hurry. They are just enjoying the game and aren't rushing to beat the boss. This is something that is completely out of my control, and I just have to get lucky with the type of teammates I get. But the second reason is something I can control, at least partially. Some people have this desire to break every single pot in the game. So what I can do is I can break the pots as I'm going through the level, so they won't take as long just to walk to the end. And yes, unfortunately, I am able to go through the level, kill the enemies, and break all the pots faster than some people are able just to walk to the finish. But I did what I could to try and speed up the game. Besides some of these issues I discovered, the first game wasn't bad. The lobby was filled with mid-tier players who at least had played the game before, so they didn't delay too long. We had a minute 18 coming out of Act 2, a 4:20 out of Act 6, and a 6:43 out of Act 7. In the end, we completed it with a 9:07. This wasn't bad, but it filled me with both hope and despair. Hope because we were a minute off and because everyone was average to low skill level, so if I just got luckier with my teammates, we could easily beat the goal. But despair because compared to my past experience at public games, it felt like my teammates were going pretty fast. And unfortunately, I would quickly find out that this despair was justified. I'm not going to bore you with the details of every run, but let's just say this 9:07 was significantly below the average time. Within the next 10 or so runs, only 2 were of note. One of these games started with me getting friendly fired and then someone started the game, so that means that I can't actually get a bow until Act 4. But we had a little under 6 minutes coming out of Act 6. We were able to pick up the pace a little bit and we finished the run with my first sub 9 in 8:45. In the other notable run, we had a teammate leave in the first level, and I've observed that only having 2 teammates makes the run faster. But of the remaining teammates, one was a guy who was fairly good at double shot, and the other wasn't great at the game, but wasn't by any means slow. Coming out of Act 7, we were on pace to beat it with a 7:30, which is substantially below my goal. However, this wouldn't be Rec Room if there weren't constant glitches. About halfway through Act 8, Enemies just stopped spawning. There wasn't a lag spike, nobody was AFK, they just stopped spawning. And also, turns out I had forgotten to start the recording during that run, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways if we had completed it. But glitches and issues like this started to become commonplace while I was trying to do this challenge. I have regular issues with my headset and with the game, but it's only a couple times a week. When doing this challenge, just about every 3 rounds I experienced something game-breaking. If it wasn't glitches inside the game, it was getting booted to my dorm, or the game just crashing, or my headset crashing, just major lag spikes. It felt like the universe just didn't want me to put myself through the pain of this challenge, but I had set my mind to it, and I was determined to complete this. What was funny was there was a game where everyone else left by Act 1, and it left me with a 30-second late start because...
Oh yeah, invite me to paddleball. We're gonna play paddleball. Paddleball's fun.
But despite a lot of mistakes, I still managed to beat it with the 7:18. So if we just get rid of this rule here, you know, challenge complete. We did it! Yay, we can all go home, woohoo! But not too long after this, it happened. Yeah. Wasn't anything crazy about it. Just had teammates who didn't spend much time after levels wandering around or breaking pots. So, we did it. 7 minutes and 11 seconds. We had a teammate leave partway through, but there wasn't any time lost because of it. So, there we go. It's done. Challenge complete for real. I speedran a public game of Golden Trophy. But obviously, you know this isn't where it ends. I felt like I hadn't forced myself into enough misery yet, and so I lowered the time goal. It was now 7 minutes. This past run was only 11 seconds over, so it shouldn't take too long. The very next game, however, the universe reminded me just how difficult this challenge was. Any hope of this being a good run was immediately disintegrated in the lobby. Everyone wanted a bow, and this went on for all of the sometime.
The bow. The bow. Give me the bow. No. Oh my god, no. Hey! Oh my god. Come on,
I ended up just deciding to have some fun with them, so I spawned the bow over the lava, but this absolute chad of a kid was determined to get that bow.
Hold on, I bet I can grab it for you. Grab it. Oh, I need a bow. I got it! I got it! Oh! Bro! Alright then. Simply we're not leaving. 10, 20. We're not leaving. Bro! Thank you. Would you want it? No! Ouch. I can do it. No, I can't. No, I can't. Yes, I can't. No. I can't get it. Wait a minute. I can't get it. Mina! Nope. Okay. Yes! Ouch. I feel good about myself.
And after 12 minutes, we made it out of Act 4.
And no one has a weapon. I got you. Run!
And I wouldn't have expected or wanted this run to end any other way.
It's his fault, not me. Where is he? It's his fault. Everybody vote kick him. Everybody vote kick him. It's his fault.
Thankfully, I didn't get too many runs like this in the future, and I want to be clear, I'm not making fun of or dissing anyone in this video. We all come with different skill sets and desires to get out of the game. But for most of the runs that followed this, I encountered almost every player stereotype. Like the guy who needs to break every pot, such as this kid who is literally throwing his sword at a pot on top of a bookshelf to try and break it. Or this kid who literally bypassed enemies to break pots. There are also your typical level 1s. Oh my gosh, so many level 1s. And even the extremely toxic people. But I pushed on and I continued completing runs. that I actually managed to break the 8-minute barrier. But despite the toxicity and the annoying parts, I did enjoy my time, and there were many funny moments.
Bro. Loki, I did all that right there. That was all me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I revived both of you. I revived all three of y'all. Not ready to win? Oh, bless you.
Is this an entire lobby with girls? I feel unwelcomed.
Help, help, help! That was easy. You wanna be friends? Nah. Oh my god, let's go! Wow! Let's go! Let's go! I did it!
I knew it.
You know how to play the game or what, bro? Give me that.
Nuh-uh.
Okay.
No. No, you...
I won't come until you say you remember me.
Who are you?
My friend. What's your name? Jacob?
He's your friend and you
Yes.
don't even know his name?
Ching. Oh, that's cool. Is he good?
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
You can't revive me. You know?
And after these many runs, I joined a lobby with these 3 people. We started a run, and unfortunately, Mr. Krabs here didn't have time to grab a weapon before I went into the first act, which may have been a bit rude, but I was tired and I was ready to be done with this challenge. He could just pick up weapons along the way. It was fine. The first thing I noticed when this run started was that 2 of the players were teleporters. And typically in Golden Trophy there are 2 types of people who use teleport. The new players who get motion sick if they don't, and the experienced players who just want to beat the game faster. And as I would quickly find out, these 2 were both the latter. After the first 2 acts, I knew this could be it. Mr. Krabs didn't really have much opportunity to kill enemies, but he wasn't breaking pots or taking very long after the level was beat, which means this could be it. But finishing up Act 5, we turn around, and we realize Mr. Krabs isn't with us. 2 thoughts rush through my mind. Either 1, he's dead somewhere in the level, and none of us saw the message, which means that if we just quickly go revive him, the run is still salvageable. But the second option, and the one I dreaded the most, is that if he had gone AFK, and he had just taken off his headset and not closed the game like many people do, we would be stuck here for 1 to 3 minutes just waiting for the game to kick him. So I went to go check on him. And then something even worse happened. He left. Mr. Krabs 757 was no more. As hard as it was, we had to push on. We couldn't let this stop us. It's not what Mr. Krabs would have wanted. But anyways, we keep going and we have a 3:05 out of Act 5 and show no signs of slowing down. 350 out of Act 6. Something drastic would have to happen for us to lose this game. Things started to slow down a little bit, but we still had a 435 coming out of Act 7. Things continued to go well, and we entered the boss with a 524. This was it. We could blow the goal out of the water by well over a minute. Just nothing could go wrong during the boss fight. It's over. It's finally over. A final time of 5:42. Not only did we beat the 7-minute mark, we beat the 6-minute mark. We managed to speedrun a game of Golden Trophy in a public lobby. All it took was getting really lucky with who my teammates were. So a big thanks to these lads for deciding to play Golden Trophy at that particular moment in time and putting an end to this miserable yet entertaining challenge. Also, I submitted this run to speedrun.com for the memes, but it was rejected because apparently no player can join or leave during a run. But I stand against this. Mr. Krabs 757 was there in spirit. He was a key part of the team and we could not have done it without him. In my mind, he was there until the very end. Hashtag do it for Mr. Krabs. Accept the run. Mr. Krabs deserves it.